Hi cozy friends, we are in the thick of fall. I'm having such a good time, just like getting in the fall spirit and the Halloween spirit. We're gonna do a touch of Halloween decorating today, and then the rest of it in the next video. But right now, Brie and I just got back from a little early morning gym session. It was lovely, it was refreshing. Brie took Penny to the vet, and so I'm gonna play with Gigi outside for a bit so she has some company.
Say hi to the babies first. Hi babies. Hello. Hello.
Let's go outside.
Let's go. You know where your toy is? You know where your toy is? Is it in there? I'm just as lost as you. I don't know. I also got some garden beds that I want to set up, so hopefully we can do that. And we got this guy. It's like a honey mandarin tree, I think. I don't know where it is, Mama. Come here. Okay, which one do you want? Which one do you want? You want this one? You want to tug of war with this one? Oh, you want that one? You want that one? Okay, I'll throw it. Okay, ready? Oh my, that was a good catch. Yeah. Oh, mid-air catch. That was really good, Gigi. Okay, drop it. All right, y'all, I just spent the rest of the day getting some work done. So now I'm moving on to the fun stuff for the end of the day. I finally got a toilet paper holder, and it's gonna go right on this wall. I also got one for the downstairs bathroom. It's gonna go right here, which feels kind of close to the toilet, but there's no other option because this is the only other option. And you'd have to reach all the way back. So I'm just gonna go with this option and we'll deal with it. I'm gonna go grab the screwdriver so that I can install that, and then I'll do the one downstairs too. And now this. Yay! I forgot I also got my frame in for the Stars Hollow prints. I could fix that too. It needs fixing really badly. Ooh, this is like a nice quality one. Yay! It looks so good. Done. And then I've got a little fall haul for you guys, and then we can get into decorating. Let's go. Hi friends, it's time for a little fall haul with our cozy sponsor, Quince. I've been a Quince shopper personally for way longer than when I started partnering with them, because I've just always appreciated three things. I would say their quality, prices, and then the style of it all. I could browse anything on there and like it, and it would work well in my wardrobe. Okay, so the first thing I got was this tank, and then I also got this brown color also, which I feel like is perfect for fall, but also perfect for me because I wear brown all the time, every season, doesn't matter when, all the time. And the quality is just so good. Like, that's why I've always shopped at Quince. Quince works with top tier manufacturers without the middleman, so they can give that good quality without having to like mark it up. I mean, everything at Quince is priced like 50% or less what you'd find at a similar brand. I got this other Quince tank about a year ago now. I showed it with y'all on one of the hauls. After so many uses and so many washes, the quality has held up perfectly. Okay, and then next is this little workout set. I have a lot of leggings. I'm good on those, but I don't have enough shorts for how hot it is here, especially in the trails. And I saw these, I said that is perfect, and it comes with a little matching top, so I just throw it on. I don't have to think about it. I have a story about this candle. When I went to LTKCon, we were in this ballroom, and I smelled the best smell I've ever smelled. And I followed it around the room until I came to the Quince booth. And I said, what is that smell? What is it? And they said, it's the Mediterranean big candle. I knew then I had to have it. And this is going to be the signature scent of my home now. It is like, it's so elevated and classy. It smells like a hotel. So that's everything that I got. Just a few things to fill in the gaps in my wardrobe. If you want to upgrade your wardrobe, your home, and more with high-end essentials from Quince, go to the link in my description to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Halloween time.
that was a journey. I love how cute it is. One of the neighbors came by and was like, oh my god, Kennedy's looking so cute, which you guys know made me feel good. It's been a long day. I look crazy. I will see you another day. Hi friends, it's just been one of those weird days for me. You know, the days where it's just like, I don't know, like you feel restless and also bad and also I don't want to do anything but I have to. Just kind of been at my desk and like, yeah, I think it's always important to listen to your body. I'm feeling, I can't do anymore. I'm just gonna like care for myself a little bit today, give myself a little bit of grace. The first thing I'm gonna do is like shower. I didn't even shower today. I just like got up and came straight to my desk and like have been in the same pajamas since. So I'm gonna go wash my butt. I've changed my mind. I actually think I'm gonna walk first. I'm gonna try and get a little endorphins running through my body. When I'm not having a good day, when I'm feeling a little drained energy wise, I literally can never bring myself to do an activity. So this is new for me. And I wonder if it's because I've been more regular with my movement schedule at the gym lately. I don't know, but I feel like I should move first. I'm gonna put on my walking fit. Okay, I have a feeling I'm gonna be very hot, but I really wanted to wear my fall sweatshirt. This is from the Homebodies Club last year, and I just love this. It's so cute. And then I have little brown shorts on because it is still warm, but then it might get cool as I'm walking. I don't know. Okay, let's go. I feel like we had some other looking down. Oh, I found the ladder, okay. Amulet of the Absolute, we're supposed to keep that, right? That's time to take out the compost again. Let's go. I just love when my desk looks like this, you guys. It's so nice. I think because the sun's been getting lower earlier here in here more often when the sun's doing this beautiful little
thing that it's doing. It's so nice.
She's so cute.
So Brie and I just got back from the gym and I had a little cleanup and lunch and all that. I had breakfast for lunch. And so today we're going to this like kind of pumpkin patch. It's like a pumpkin patch trail thing, like light experience. I don't know. Also the other night I forgot I didn't like catch you guys up after I wasn't feeling great, but we went on a walk, fixed everything, solved everything. I was on my way out the door and then I saw Maya coming down the stairs and I was like, you feel like walking? So we went on a walk, got to see all the Halloween decor up close, and I immediately felt better after, and we had a little movie night and we all watched 28 Days Later. It was something. But we're trying to watch as many like spooky and fall movies as we can this month. That's that. That was the update from the other night, but I'm gonna go shower. Okay, I'm showered, I'm makeup did, and now I need to pick an outfit, and I just have all of my like fall like things just smattered on the bed. So let's go look through it. It'll be night, so it'll be a little chilly. I could do off the shoulder, some dark jeans, thrifted fall sweater. Here's my little colorful scarf. White skirt, green cardigan, striped scarf. And then I could do like red bag maybe. I don't know. Let's try this one on. Okay, it's cute, but it feels a little like much for right now. Just doing too much, but it's really cute. Okay, here's another option, but I feel like it might be too cold for this. I don't know about this bag with it. I think I might do, this is a contender. Here's another one, not practical for today. Another fall fit. I love this one. These are the little kitten heels that I thrifted. Thrifted bag, my Abercrombie jeans, and thrifted shirt. Okay, and then this is such a good little fall base. This is the Quince top. I could do any little like jacket with this. I'm gonna try a couple. Blazer thing, brown boots, and then like maybe this. Yeah, I think I would do this. This is the thrifted jacket I got. Where did I get this? I think just Goodwill. That's cute, that's cute. That's kind of cute. It's nothing crazy, but it's kind of cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, this is so cute, you guys. I think that's just gotta win based on principle of the era. Actually, this little guy I think wins. Final fit, shorts, sweater, this. I think that's it. Yay! I forgot to put on perfume, so I have this. I do a little layering, a little heavy cream, and then Afternoon Delight by Replica. They actually sent this to me, and I have wanted it for so long, so I was very happy that they sent it to me. Each wrist and back of the neck, and I leave it at that. Let's go.
Say hi.
On top of the.
There and you're running, and Mom was like, "Oh my god!"
I was on top of it running. Hi, pretty tree.
What?
My favorite so far. You're so brave. for your likeness on that one?
Skipping out on extra calcium is a grave mistake.
Bye friends, I have to do some filming, so I'm just gonna keep y'all here while I move around and film. Okay, so one of the things I need to do is build. One is like a citrus tree planter and one is like an actual huge raised bed for behind the house this way. We're getting separate raised beds for over here. I just wanted to test out this company, make sure I like them. Wish me luck. I think I might just hit the citrus tree one today and the others later, but maybe if I'm on a roll, we'll see. But I'm gonna get started.
finished it. Last bits in, I think it goes this. This is like the water tube thingy. Yay! Yay, it's done, it's done.
Don't get too close is all. Oh. Good for your... No,
Plants planted. I need to fill the water, but other than that, we're done. That would be a fun.
younger brother who was in the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games.
My bowl.
Might not be limited at a time. Thank you. The very beginning.
That was the first thing it said.
Shit.
Long intro. Whole song.
Hi friends. I figured I would do like a little short baby Q&A because we haven't done one in over a year now. It's in the like color and yap video. It's been a really long time, so I figured I'd go over like the questions that I get asked the most. And then if y'all have any other questions, put them in the comments and I will do a Q&A in the future, I think. I am finishing the coloring page that I started in the short form video that I was filming with you guys. So if you hear a little that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll just do like getting to know me questions I think first. So my name is Kennedy. I realize I don't often say that. It'll come up and then people will be like, wait, I've been watching you for years and I did not know that your name was Kennedy. Thought that it might have actually just been Cozy. And that's fair because I don't say it. My name is Kennedy. I am 29, turning 30 early next year. Very excited about it. I feel like 30s are the time for like really cementing who you are and the things you like and your routines and the ways that you show up for yourself. And I just am very excited for my 30s. I have a mom. As so many do. Her name's Jackie. She shows up a lot in my videos. My dad lives in another state. We like all grew up as a family together. It was just kind of in adulthood that things separated. I have a brother, Stone, who's 2 years older than me, and we are like the best of friends. We are the same person in a lot of ways and like very different in other ways. He's so cool. He's like such a creative, like he did a lot of music, like he's a phenomenal producer. So now he does like a lot of creative stuff on the side, and then he also works for me. So he does a lot of like admin stuff for me. He edits my gaming channel videos, so he's like kind of in on the cozy business side of things now. And I hope that that can only continue in the future because I love working with him. He's the best, and I am just like so grateful that we have such a close relationship. It's really meaningful to me. Don't tell him I said that though. We all have been through various rocky periods, and I feel like now we're finally in our sunset phase where it's like we've kind of worked through things, we've talked through traumas, and we're here for each other now, and we understand each other, we understand where to meet each other, learning how to care for and respect each other and respect each other's boundaries and all that stuff. So, okay, I guess more personal background. I went to Howard University for undergrad. That's in DC. I talk in the other Q&A video, I talk really extensively about like my identity and like my personal background and how formative that experience was. And while I was there, I studied abroad in London and Oaxaca. Literally right after I graduated, I went straight to law school at UC Berkeley in Berkeley, California. I always said kind of towards the end of law school, it was half like the best times of my life and half the worst times of my life. And I honestly, I don't think it's the best anymore, but it's definitely still some of the worst times of my life. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. Really like catapulted me into adulthood. Quickly learned how to like schmooze and network and how to sell yourself, and that like nothing in life is actually about aptitude and merit. It's just who you know, and if people like being around you. Obviously that's an exaggeration, but I learned that a lot. And so I basically became someone who was so like, I could never network and I could never, you know, see myself in certain circles, to someone who was like, I don't know who I became. Okay. But it was definitely a lesson in don't tell yourself you can't do something, that you're not this kind of person, because you always can be. Push comes to shove, you can get there. I graduated, I took the bar, I passed the bar, I was a lawyer for a little over a year. I was in startup law, and startup law was such an interesting sector of law too, because it was really unique in that you could talk directly to the client. Like often in corporate law, you were just talking with reps from a huge company, and then you're just reviewing and redlining contracts for this huge company. But that's why I really wanted to go into startup law, because you are literally talking one-on-one with the founders, and they're like so excited about this company that they're starting or this company that they're getting financing for. And it's just like a really rewarding experience in corporate law, which is just not often the experience. And so that was the main thing I was concerned about when I was choosing corporate law and like which firm to go to. There was like, you know, higher ranked firms and all these things that I had an option for, but I was like, I'm seeing the people who have been here for years and they are not happy. And over here, they're at least having like a little bit more fun and seem like a little bit more satisfied. So I always followed that. I always followed like, where's the sustainability in this field? Like, where's the sustainability? And so I did like it. So like I was miserable because it just in its nature demands too much time and stress and mental preoccupation from you. But like I actually did like the work, and I liked the people that I worked with, and so it was something that I could have seen myself doing for at least like 3 to 5 years, you know. But at the end of the day, I had this whole other thing, which was my content creation. So I had started that my 3rd year of law school, and then as I was studying for the bar, that was the first time that I like only had that obligation and I didn't have anything else. I didn't have like classes and papers and all that, or like a summer job. I just had studying for the bar. And so I was like, I can just like double down. Looking back, I don't know how or why I did this. I mean, I passed, so it's fine. But like I was streaming, I was putting out YouTube videos, I was going ham in that last year and then in that summer. And then I kind of set myself up so I had this routine for when I started working that I would keep that content going. It did nearly kill me. It did nearly kill me, and I'm not exaggerating. Unreal the amount of work that I had to do basically 2 full-time jobs at once. So once I started at the firm, I was still going all in on my content, if not more, because I started working and I was like, oh, this is stressful and not as fun as content. And I would wake up thinking about content. I would go to sleep thinking about my content creation. One of those moments of like, if you are always thinking about this, you have to keep pursuing it. Like you cannot give up. You can't deprioritize it. Like you have to keep going. If this is all you think about, if this is all you care about, you have this whole other job that you are spending, 70 hours a week, 70 plus hours a week on, and yet you still have like all of this mental energy going towards this dream. You cannot let it die out. You cannot let it die out. And so I didn't. It was like over a year that I was doing basically 2 full-time jobs. And I have so many people that are like, how did you do it? How did you get out of corporate? How did you, build it? I almost didn't. I almost lost myself there. I did lose myself there, but I almost like really lost myself there. Yeah, there was tears like every other day, if not every day. I would have breakdowns, just like go numb for some periods. Like it was too much. I would wake up really early, either do my legal work or like film the video, start working, and then any free second I had, whether it was like lunch, I would be working on content. And then as soon as I was done with work, which sometimes would be 7, 8, 9, 12 a.m. when it came to legal work, you never knew. I would get on content work, do it till everything that I had on my list was done. Weekends you often have to work in corporate law anyway, so I was either doing corporate law work and I was just filling it with content work. So if you ask me how I did it, it was not in a healthy way, it was not in a sustainable way, and I
I was at my wit's end. Truly, truly, I was at my wit's end. Yeah, like follow your dreams, but you know, you could do it at a more sustainable, slower rate, I think. Looking back, it was not healthy. Don't follow my lead, but I did fast track my way the hell out of corporate life and into content creation full time. There's that saying like you leave your 9 to 5 to work 24/7 for yourself. So true. I think the first year after I left, I felt like I really had something to prove and I was like, I have to work all the time. So I basically did. I basically like didn't change the amount of hours that I worked when I had 2 full-time jobs. I put that all into content. However, because it was working for me, it didn't feel the same. Like it didn't feel as draining. Did I burn myself out? Yeah, absolutely. I burnt myself out. So after that first year, I scaled back a bunch, brought on help. I did so much so that I was like, you did so much to get here. You're not going to burn yourself out and then ruin this. Also, speaking to the amount of work, like, yes, it is a lot of stuff that you're doing, but it's not difficult. It's not like contract review. You know, there's creative elements, sure. I don't want to like discount the things that I'm doing. There's creative elements, there's a lot of like admin to do and knowing how to distill information, all of that. But at the end of the day, it's like work I think anybody could do if they learned the skills. It is just another job kind of in terms of the workload and like the amount that you are just like sitting doing work. It is minimum 9 to 5, but like you can feel that you can always be working is the thing. You can always be like, oh, I can do 5 million things. So I often will just like work through weekends, but it's often fun work or it's often like tasks that are not completely draining to do. So I am just very, very grateful. If you're ever like, is content creation actually as good as it sounds? Yes and no. I think it's really fun work to do, but it also just is another job. Like you do still have to show up every day, but there's also all of the benefits of you own your own time, you own your own schedule, like the pay is worth the work and sometimes like way more. That goes very far in terms of any job of like, is it worth it? If you're being paid a reasonable amount for the work you're putting in, listen, it's a phenomenal career field to go into. It's very lucrative. I always tell friends and family, hey, everybody can get into content. I think that's one of my most asked questions for sure, is just like, how'd you get here? I will say if you are interested in doing content of any kind, start now. Literally start now. The later you start, the less chance you're giving yourself. You learn as you go. What's that? There's like a saying that's like inspiration finds you when you're working or whatever. Like you will find inspiration, you will find skill, you will learn tools of the trade, you will unlearn fear of perception, all of those things when you are actually doing it. That's the only time. Like you cannot prep yourself into being the best content creator ever. You have to create yourself into being the best content creator ever. So a little over 5 years ago now when I started, I was like, oh my God, I just wish I had started 3 years ago. If I just started 3 years ago, I feel like I would be so successful by now. And that was me a little over 5 years ago. Imagine if I held on to that thought and then was like, I guess I just won't. I guess I just won't. And then I would have been sitting here like, oh, I should have started 5 years ago. I should have started 5 years ago. Just start now. Don't think it's too late for you. There will never be a lack of need for new faces in content creation. So that's just my content creation spiel. Yeah, any dream. If you're like, I want to start a coffee shop, start it now. Start working on it now. If you have a corporate job, work on it on the side. Don't do it as insanely as I did, but start, filing for incorporation of your business. Start scouting locations, start pitching to investors. Start now. Whatever your dream is. Now the like juicy personal stuff. Listen, I'm an open book. I don't know. I feel like I'm an open book. There's very few things that I'm like, guys, I'm just not comfortable sharing that. I've talked to y'all about everything. I'm a very open book. First things first, something I get asked about here and there. Actually, it's less and less these days because I think you guys are understanding who I am as a person. Just the fact that I don't really center men in my life. But the question is always Ryan and like why I don't show Ryan's face and who is Ryan and all this stuff. Ryan is my boyfriend of over 3 years now. I love that man. That man is that is my life partner. What can I tell you about Ryan? He's like one of the smartest, most like driven, hardworking men I've ever met in my life. Like one of the few partners I've had where I'm like, you might be a little smarter than me. We are very similar in a lot of ways. I would say in like our work ethic, our just like sense of responsibility. We're very like see something, get it done. Like see that something needs to get done and we get it done. And very goal oriented. And I continue to just have so much like respect and like admiration for him for those things. It's really nice to have somebody who like matches my energy in terms of like, I want to do everything and I want to, you know, be the best at it and I know that I can. And he's also just so funny. Like he makes me laugh and then I get up, I'm like, ugh, a man made me laugh. So sweet, like such a lover boy, always doing like the sweetest things for me. Like when I did my very last stream, cried for a little bit in here, turned everything off, I just sat there like, okay, that was my last stream ever, and I walked out and he laid like a whole entire pathway of rose petals and candles and then like just left me a note that was like so sweet about like, so proud of you for going on this journey and also knowing like when it was your time to leave it behind, and just so sweet. He's just so thoughtful, so sweet. He does stuff like that all the time where it's like, oh my god, I like never would have even thought that a sweet kind gesture was possible here, and yet he like does it every time. Just a sweet man, and he's like there for my friends. He sees my friends as his friends and he shows up for them and like does things for them too. I've had so many people like, how do you have a man in that space? Like how do you have such a nice space and a man lives there? And I'm like, because he was raised right. He was raised right. Again, he sees something that needs to be done, he does it. It's done. I often look around, I'm like, well, what is there for me to do? And shares all of my same social views on everything. And that's obviously, I wouldn't be with someone who didn't, but yeah. So yeah, that's right. He's just not in my content because that's just one of my personal boundaries. Next, no, I'm kidding. It's not for like a snooty, like special secretive reason. I'm not like private but secret or whatever. I'm not. It's just that like I have seen firsthand as a YouTube girly consumer of YouTube, I have seen firsthand the way that some people can get parasocial with romantic relationships, and I really only see it in romantic relationships. It's something that has always made me uncomfortable just as a viewer, like seeing people in the comments, you know, speculating or like pushing certain things or like it makes me uncomfortable as a viewer. And so as soon as I got on the interwebs and was putting my life on the internet, I was like, I don't think that I want that. And I started it as I don't think that I want that. And as I went on, I was like, yeah, right. I don't, because the few times I have gotten comments about Ryan, if you think it's you, it's probably not you. It's a very specific, rare comment, but the few times I've got it, I'm like, oh, I am so confident in my decision to not share. It's very like, I'm projecting like my personal relationship things onto you. And that's exactly what I've seen happening to other YouTubers that I've watched and just other creators, and it's just something it's just not something that I personally like or want. It icks me out. But it's like this thing that happens with romantic relationships where it's like, you should be doing this, or like, he should be doing this, you should be doing this, you shouldn't be doing this. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And I just think not fully putting Ryan on camera and being like, here's Ryan. I just feel like it really helps to mitigate the feeling of like access to that part of my life, or like entitlement to commentary on that part of my life. I don't think that I have any leg to stand on to be like, you guys don't comment on this part of my life. I'm putting my life on camera. You can comment on whatever you want. But I've just noticed I get less of that when I show him less. That's that. It's not like a special secret reason. Whenever I see y'all in person, I'm like, here's Ryan. Oh my god, here's Ryan. It just creates an environment that feels more comfortable for me when I post online. And a lot of y'all get that. A lot of y'all respect that. Personally, whenever I'm watching my favorite YouTubers, I'm like, oh, I actually just came here to see you do your routine. I don't need to see that man. I also am just somebody who like, I am not a male centered person. Like if a man comes into my life and happens to be cool, I'm like, all right, come on in. Other than that, it's girls, gays, and theys. Like that's who I want around me. The few men that hang out here in this community, hey, you guys are always nice and sweet and great, and you never act up. Y'all are nice. You can stay. Because that's how I operate. That's how I'm going to present myself online as well, because that's just who I am. Which brings me to the question that sometimes I get, or like sometimes the assumption of marriage. I do not want to get married. That's never something I wanted. There was a time in my life where I was like, I'll open my mind to it. Early to mid 20s, I was like, I'll be open to the idea, fine. And then once my frontal lobe developed, I was like, no, I was right. Yeah, I don't want that. And that's a personal thing for me. I love love. I love marriage. I love it for other people. Personally, for me, I don't want it. Like I said, that's always been the case. That's not something I'm getting from somebody else. That's not something that I'm convincing myself of. I have never wanted to get married. I don't want to. I don't want a wedding. I don't want the legal aspect of it. I don't want any of that. I think that that's normal. And then I'll go out into the world. I'll see conversations that make me realize like, oh God, oh wow, okay, no, people will assume XYZ about you if you say you don't want to get married, or if you aren't married. Like if you just aren't married. If you're in a long relationship and you aren't married, people will be like, oh, okay, no ring. And I was like, what if we just don't want to get married? Like, Ryan is like a very romantic, like he loves gestures and romance and stuff. With him, I've been like, you know what, we can do, you know, a commitment dinner as a sign of our love to our family. If you want to wear a piece of jewelry to signify that, we can do that. I'll do that for you, my love. But legally, ceremonially, just not for me. Which then brings me into kids too. I do not want kids. That's another thing I go, please don't wish that on me. Please don't wish that on me. Same thing. I've never wanted kids. There was a time when I was like, I'll be open to it. I'll keep my mind open. And then I was like, no, I've fully decided I don't want kids. Just never something I've wanted for myself. Never seen myself as a mother. And any reason someone brings to me, it's like, yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. I'm sorry. Any reason under the sun. I've heard them all. From many different people. And I go, nope, I just love my life. I love being able to do whatever. And obviously as a parent, you can have that in some ways. And, you know, in the future when your kids are older, I don't want even a little bit of the parental responsibility. I will be so ecstatic when my friends have kids. I will spoil them. I will go, hey, take this present. Bye. Like that's me. I'll be the cool aunt. And I will love that role. I don't really have anything else juicy. Living with friends is a question I get a lot. Like, why do you live with friends? Just cause it's fun. I don't know. I would live with friends for the rest of my life if I could. I think it's really healthy. I think it's really healing, and just like having built-in community is so nice. It's so nice. I am someone who, and this has been called unconventional, and I don't think it should be, who prioritizes friendships, family, just as much as romantic relationships. Like, all of them are on the same level to me. I think they're all equally valuable and important to my life, and that's me personally. We can have different approaches, that's fine. I would live with my friends for the rest of my life if I could. I love it. I live with Maya, who is my best friend. It's been 10 years. It's been over 10 years. That's crazy. Over 10 years. And we have always been a constant in each other's lives of like an example of healthy, communicative friendship. We always talk about how much it's helped us in every relationship in our life of like, no, I have this to refer back to, of like somebody who cares about me, who communicates with me, who's honest with me, who holds me accountable, supports me when I need it, who's there for me when I need it, who tells me I'm being stupid when I need it. We have always had each other to be like, so if you are not living up to this, you're out of here. And our friendship has evolved so much too, because we've been through a lot. Like, we've been through a lot of moments where we were like, okay, we have to talk through this. We always have check-ins. We're like, can we have a check-in? And then we'll like talk and cry and all this stuff. And that's important. Like, that's where real vulnerability and real strength in your friendship comes, is when you can actually have those difficult conversations with each other and be like, hey, I didn't like this. Hey, can we work on this? True lifelong friendships last when you're not like harboring resentment and you're not like all those things. And we've both learned so much about honesty and communication in our friendship, and I'm forever grateful for Maya. And we also really understand, like, we need our own time. We need solo time, and then we get together and we're like little gremlins, and then we're like, okay, bye, okay, don't talk to me please. We live together, and then Ryan, Maya, and I all moved to LA. We all moved in together. So then we lived together for over a year there, and then we moved here, and it's lovely. It's such a lovely dynamic. Like, we all have movie nights. Ryan and Maya have like the sibling dynamic. They like make fun of each other, and they get along really well. Yeah, it's lovely. It just feels like having a little community. And then Bree, my friend who I met through content, Bree is just like the sweetest human being ever. Like, so sweet, so funny, just like such a good heart. And those are the kind of people I want to attract more of in my life. And so as soon as I met Bree, I was like, you're staying with me. You're my friend now. And then she recently moved in with us. That has been really fun too. So it's been like another person added to our little dynamic, and we're like, all right, it's movie night, everybody come down. Stuff about me, work life, personal, home life. I don't know. That's all I can think of right now. I'm sure there's so many things I'm like, I should have talked about that, but also I have to edit this now and get this up today. Leave any comments you have, leave any questions you have, and I will do another Q&A in the future. I love you so much. Stay cozy. Bye.